The tank is out. We just carried it upstairs, man. I haven't worked that hard in a while, man. All right, guys, I just got home. I just turned off all the pumps. I just slowly bringing everything downstairs, which I have right over here. I got all these pails that have some fish and live rock and stuff like that. I have some more pails upstairs that I need to bring, but as you can see here, I have pretty much a setup for filming and editing, and I guess my kids playing games over here, but this is where I do most of my editing and video work, right over here. So I have the fish tank right here, right behind me. I just turned off all the pumps and everything, as I mentioned. I have the lights on so I can see what's going on. Unfortunately, I have this big light umbrella over here that I use for my videos, and this is the table that I use. So I'm definitely kind of running out of space, and that's partly why we're going to be, I guess, moving so I can have a larger area. But if you guys even haven't seen the video of me building this basement, finishing it, framing it, electrical, building this wall, building the tank, I have videos on my channel all about that. But today I need to start working on taking out some rock out of my display tank. I need to take some rock out of here, so I'm gonna pick the rock, which is mostly on the right hand side, take out that because it doesn't, I usually don't have the light on the right hand side of my tank, so it's not really as alive as over here, which there are a few anemones and maybe 1 or 2 frags, a couple of fish. So I got a lot of work ahead of me, guys. I'm gonna continue doing what I need to do, and give you guys an update shortly.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, I just took out all of this live rock out of my display tank. A few pieces from here I removed towards the top. So I'm just back here in the fish tank room, standing over here onto this bench, and I'm just putting my hands in here. You can see all the live rock is out of the tank here. I've lost about maybe just almost about a quarter tank of water right now just from removing the live rock, and it's pretty cloudy. I have one rock in here that has maybe about 4 or 5 bubble tip anemones, so I'm going to be pretty much just keeping that one live rock for sure. And I'm going to probably put it towards the top where it originally was, right over here above this overflow box, or right beside this overflow box, and LED light. Here's a metal halide. Here's some old par 38s, I believe they're called, and here's a full spectrum LED, which it's on like nighttime mode right now. Sump, nothing's really been happening with the sump. Sump's all good to go. I got a big tall mangrove that I got to put in here still, so hopefully the mangrove that I got is going to fit in the height over there because it's actually super tall. All right, guys, I'm totally out of breath over here. I just carried down this bin that has live rock and coral in it. I carried down this bin that has live rock and coral in it. Carried down this bin, has live rock and coral in it. This is what I got from my buddy's house, along with majority of the rock that's in here. This is all the rock that I just took out of my tank. So I have quite a bit to pick from. I even got the 5-gallon pails, which are at the front of the tank. I'll take you over there right now. I still have all of these pails over here to deal with. Again, a bunch of rubble rock. I got fish and coral in here. I got a fish or 2 and some coral and rock in there, as well as over there. So between the hammer coral and the candy cane coral and the mushroom, that's what I have in there. I got some extra chemicals and etc. additives that I'm going to be using. Let's have a peek at the tank so we can see what it looks like. So there it is, tank's back to empty. Wow, I can't believe this just happened. Whatever, it's a good opportunity. It's a nice start, nice little makeover. So stick with me, guys. Here's this big tall mangrove that I got. You can see how tall this mangrove is. Super big. This thing's like at least 3 feet tall. So let's go ahead, guys, start putting some of this rock and fish and coral in the tank.
12 o'clock midnight. 2 hours later.
All right, guys, there it is. We got the 125-gallon all filled up here with majority of the live rock. I used my live rock and the new live rock along with some coral. I picked through pretty much all the best pieces. There are 2 large pieces of live rock that I did not use, which are currently in the back right now in the fish tank room, but this is what we got right here. I put in the fish, we put in the coral, all the live rock. So just wanted to give you guys a closer look right now so you guys can see. It has gotten much clearer than what it was previously. I'm gonna have to do some working on the lighting over here. I'm noticing the light here on the right hand side. You can see it's kind of maybe powerful or too bright or whatever it is. It's not the same as these 2 lights over here. So in the middle of the tank I have a metal halide. On this side of the tank I have an LED full spectrum, and on this side of the tank I also have an LED full spectrum, but it's not the same light as that one over there. So Guys, stick with me. This is what we got so far. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys have not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. But let's have a closer look at some of these fishing pole.
Tomorrow.
Well guys, that looks like a wrap for today's video. I appreciate for all of you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and learned something along the way. If you guys do have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know down in the comment section down below. Overall, this was a great experience for me to go over to my friend's house, take a look at his tank, and being a part of this process of tearing down his tank and now being able to keep all of his livestock in my 125-gallon saltwater coral reef fish tank that's also built into the wall. Thank you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.